Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
For this is what the Sovereign Lord says.
Why do you need prophets to tell people who you are and what you want?
If you can justify everything that the God of the Bible has done, then you can justify any of your behavior.
A lot of this mentality is trickling into what is now mainstream right-wing Christianity.
I am capable of empathy greater than this God of the Bible.
This is a Bible that they tell kids. This is the good Lord. This is the good book. He is fantasizing about murder, mass murder.
Head over to sacrilegiousdiscourse.com right now to find out how to leave us a review or support us on Patreon.
Hey there, sinners and saints. It's your favorite Bible-bashing duo from Sacrilegious Discourse, and we need your help.
That's right, folks. We're raising funds for some heavenly equipment and a studio that doesn't sound like it's in the depths of hell.
Our current setup, let's just say it's more apocalypse than audiophile.
So if you want to hear us dissect the Bible without the background noise of demonic squirrels, chip in a few bucks.
We're aiming for $5,000 to upgrade our audio and build a studio worthy of blasphemous banter.
Donate today and help us spread the good word of atheism.
You can find a link right on our homepage, sacrilegiousdiscourse.com. Every dollar counts.
Even if it's from your collection plate. Husband!
Wife!
Do you know what the hell we're doing today?
Well, we are in the midst of, going over some Apocrypha.
Yeah, because we're done with the book of Daniel, but are we?
And apparently not.
Because there's 3 stories.
There are.
That were kind of left out.
Yeah.
But some Bibles have them.
Right. Well, at least as an extra added, and some actually have them.
Yeah, some.
So it just kind of depends on what we're talking about.
Some consider them canon, and some don't.
Right. So it gets a little muddled here with regard to what's in the Bible and what's not in the Bible.
Exactly.
And we decided to just go ahead and cover them this time
because one of them has a dragon, and I was like, nope, we got to read about the dragon.
And we're already here. We're in Daniel. Why not? Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
I do want to address, we've been gone for a few days.
We have.
So did you want to tell the story as to why we're gone for a few days?
Okay, so about a month ago, one of my teeth broke.
Right.
And then about a week ago, it started kind of hurting. And then a couple days ago, I was like, oh, fuck me, because it hurt so bad that it was like swelled in my face and down my neck.
Not good.
So
we went to the ER.
We went to the ER.
And just to preface this, we're in between insurance is why we didn't get this taken care of immediately in the first place.
Yeah, I don't just sit around the house with a broken tooth just for the fun of it.
Just wonderful U.S. healthcare is what this is all about.
Yeah. I was hoping that I could wait until husband's new insurance from his new job kicked in.
Right.
To go get this taken care of.
But then pain and, all the other things kicked in and said, nope, sorry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I've got antibiotics and steroids
and
Vicodin.
Good
and
shit.
Yeah.
So much for HIPAA laws. We just shared with everybody what we're doing.
I know, right? I got a antibacterial mouthwash.
Yeah.
I got all kinds of good shit.
Right.
So now I'm going to an emergency dentist on Monday. We're recording this on a Sunday.
Right.
And so that's where we've been.
That's where we are.
Sorry.
So we just finished up with Daniel.
We did.
And now today we're going to be reading
Special Daniel.
Which is what?
Well, today we're reading Susanna and the Elders.
Okay. All right. You ready to do this?
I sure as fuck am.
Let's do it.
Okie dokie. All right. So we are hopping into an apocryphal tale of Daniel called Susanna and the Elders.
Okay.
Before I get into that, let me just preface this with saying that there are 3 chapters not found in the Hebrew or Aramaic text of Daniel.
Okay.
The text of these chapters is found in the Septuagint, which is the Greek translation of the Bible.
Right.
And the 3 chapters are called Susanna and the Elders, which is the one we're reading today, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a second.
Okay.
The second one is the Prayer of Azariah and the Song of the 3 Holy Children. And that takes place when their kids are in the furnace.
Got it.
Okay. And then the last one is Bel and the Dragon.
I'm excited about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there any particular order as to how these fall into the whole thing? Okay.
Yes, and that's why I read them in the order I did.
Yeah.
So Susanna and the Elders takes place before Daniel chapter 1, verse 1.
Oh.
It's a prologue in early Greek manuscripts.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
And this episode, along with Bel and the Dragon, is one of the 2 earliest examples of a detective story.
Really?
But don't get excited.
Oh.
It ain't that good a mystery. Yeah. The narrative is included in the book of Daniel by the Catholic Church,
Okay.
the Oriental Orthodox churches, and the Eastern Orthodox churches, but it is placed in the Apocrypha by Protestants.
Got it.
Okay. Now, some Protestant Bibles do include them at the end in their appendix. Some include them as an appendix to the book of Psalms.
Okay.
For whatever reason.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
The primary reason for the exclusion of Susanna and the Elders from Protestant canon is the Protestant Reformation. The Reformers rejected the Apocrypha as part of their canon, considering it as additions to the Hebrew scriptures that lacked the same authority. They were later additions.
Okay.
So they weren't originally in Hebrew, therefore they can't possibly be counted.
Got it.
Basically, anytime there was a Reformation, they went with whatever was what they considered the authoritative version at that time.
Okay.
Sometimes it was the Greek, sometimes it was the Latin. It just depends on the time period.
Got it.
But regardless, this wasn't in either. So they were like, fuck that all the way to Mars.
Got it. And I believe the version that you found is out of the NRSV Bible, which is the New Revised Standard Edition. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just in case anybody's following along for
Right.
the exact wordage and all that. So
the Anabaptists, Lutherans, Anglicans, and Methodists regard it as non-canonical, but useful for purposes of edification.
okay.
So they're like, this isn't part of the Bible, but we are not offended at its inclusion or in studying it as
still has a place.
extracurricular material, because it does teach lessons
Got it.
that do not counter anything in the Bible.
Okay. All
So
right.
they don't find it offensive.
Got it.
The text is not included in the Jewish Tanakh and is not mentioned in early Jewish literature.
Okay.
Okay. There is no historical evidence to confirm the existence of Susanna as a real person. I know you'll be
Right.
shocked to find that.
Not really. No.
The story is likely a fictional narrative designed to convey moral and theological messages.
Of course.
And the story is often interpreted as an allegory of innocence falsely accused and ultimately vindicated, with divine intervention as a central theme. So I'm going to give that a little intro to each story, like I've just done for Susanna.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but now we're going to get into Susanna.
Got it.
Okay. So I'm about to read it.
No.
I'm going to read
I like the lead
Susanna.
there. We are reading the story now. It is starting now.
Now comes the story. Here goes some Susanna. And sometimes it's called, the full length of the story is called Susanna and the Elders, but often it's just shortened to Susanna. So
Okay.
that's what I've referred to it as in my notes,
Sure.
because it's just easier.
Sure. Yeah,
So
yeah.
Susanna, here we go.
Starting now.
Starting now. Go. There was a man.
Sometimes there is men. Sometimes they happen.
There was a man. Not.
Yeah.
I like how the story starts. It's about Susanna, but no, let us talk about a man.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Living in Babylon, whose name was Joachim.
Okay.
He married the daughter of Hilkiah, named Susanna, a very beautiful woman and one who feared the Lord. Her parents were righteous and had trained their daughter according to the law of Moses. Joachim was very rich and had a fine garden adjoining his house.
Is this not the Joachim?
No, it's
Okay.
not a king. It's not a prince. It's just a guy.
Okay. Why
Okay.
does it sound like that's the name of one of the kings? I thought
It was.
That was yeah.
But
okay.
this is
But it's
not.
not. It's
This
not.
is not the king.
Just clarifying.
This is just a guy.
Okay.
He was
as it said,
a rich guy.
There was a guy.
Yeah.
There was a man.
He's a rich guy and he's got a fine garden and a beautiful wife.
Gotta love those fine gardens. Yeah.
The Jews used to come to him because he was the most honored of them all. Okay.
Okay.
So I would imagine that means that they came to him for advice and probably for loans and
Right.
shit like that.
Yeah.
Because they said he was rich and had a nice
Right.
garden.
Yeah.
And then they said they came to him.
Right.
That year, 2 elders from the people were appointed as judges. Concerning them, the Lord had said, wickedness came forth from Babylon, from elders who were judges, who were supposed to govern the people. These men were frequently at Joachim's house, and all who had a case to be tried came to them there.
Okay.
So
they worked together, sort of, maybe.
And they held court at this
At his
dude's house.
Right, because he's got a nice garden, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate these guys. They're so gross. I hate them. When the people left at noon, Susanna would go into her husband's garden to walk. Every day, the 2 elders used to see her going in and walking about, and they began to lust for her, as men do.
Right.
Right? You see where this is going.
Sure.
They suppressed their consciences and turned away their eyes from looking to heaven or remembering their duty to administer justice. They forgot to keep their dicks tight.
Right.
They forgot to zip their pants and keep their hands to themselves. They forgot not to be lusty.
Right.
They forgot not to be turned on by a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
They forgot.
They
couldn't remember that just because you see a pretty girl doesn't mean you have to rape her.
Right.
They forgot.
It's
Okay?
Yeah.
It's hard to remember.
Sometimes, I guess, according to the Bible.
I'm just a dumb girl. What would
some
I
people.
know?
Yeah.
Is that you're a dude?
No,
Does that seem to be true for you?
No.
You've never forgot?
I've never forgot.
Wow.
Yeah.
You must be like the strength of God or something.
Apparently.
Because
only the strength of atheists. So
right. Because these guys are supposed to be godly, but they forgot.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Both were overwhelmed with passion for her, but they did not tell each other of their distress, for they were ashamed, as well they should be, to disclose their disgusting, lustful desire to seduce her.
Yeah.
And where they say seduce, I read rape. You say seduce, I say rape. Seduce, rape, seduce, rape.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Day after day, they watched eagerly to see her. Yeah, they did. One day, they said to each other, let us go home, for it is time for lunch. Bye.
Uh-huh.
So they both left and parted from each other. But
Okay.
turning back, they met again. And when each pressed the other for the reason, they confessed their lust. This beautiful bitch over here, I just can't take my eyes off them titties, though. I know, right? Look at that ass. That ass. I gotta hit that ass.
Right.
I would tap that. No, I would. Oh, what if we both did? Oh, that's the best. I love me a good circle jerk where we take turns raping a train on her.
Jesus Christ.
Then together they arranged for a time when they could find her alone.
Oh, my God.
Because here we go.
Yeah.
Once, while they were watching for an opportune day, she went in as before with only 2 maids and wished to bathe in the garden, for it was a hot day.
Mm-hmm.
No one was there except the 2 elders who had hidden themselves and were watching her.
Oh, my God.
Because they're disgusting, huge leches. They're just gross.
Yeah.
She said to her maids, bring me olive oil and ointments and shut the garden doors so that I can bathe. They did as she told them. They shut the doors of the garden and went out by the side doors to bring what they had been commanded. They did not see the elders because they were hiding. When the maids had gone out, the 2 elders got up and ran to her.
Oh, my God.
They said, look, the garden doors are shut and no one can see us. We are burning with desire for you, so give your consent and lie with us.
Oh.
Let us rape you.
Okay.
Please let us rape you. Can we please rape you? Say yes. Don't fight us. Let us rape you, please.
Wow.
Yeah. If you refuse, we will testify against you that a young man was with you, and this was why you sent your maids away. Let us rape you, or we'll say that you fucked.
Wow.
Either way, you're fucked.
Right. Yeah.
Susanna groaned and said, I'm completely trapped, for if I do this, it will mean death for me. If I do not, I cannot escape your hands. I choose not to do it. I will fall into your hands rather than sin in the sight of the Lord. So she's like, no, if you're going to rape me, you're going to fucking rape me.
Right.
I'm not giving my consent, you fucks.
Yeah.
Then Susanna cried out with a loud voice, and the 2 elders shouted against her. And one of them ran and opened the garden doors. When the people in the house heard the shouting in the garden, they rushed in at the side door to see what had happened to her. And when the elders told their story, the servants felt very much ashamed, for nothing like this had ever been said about Susanna.
Right.
But of course, who do you think they believed? They believe the men because men.
Right.
Because penis rage.
Yeah.
I don't understand. We all know that men are disgusting and lecherous. We talk about it. It's a fucking joke throughout the Bible.
But why would you believe it? Like, the doors were locked. They were outside. They came running as soon as she screamed. And the only people in there were the elders.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah.
Like, this is whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like I said, we've known throughout time that men are apparently disgusting and can't keep their hands to themselves. It's a joke that we talk about all the time, how gross men are. But no, by all means, let us believe them.
This speaks way more to the misogyny of the time than it does to anything else. Like, the fact that the doors are locked, they're the only other two in there, and they're going to believe them over her. It speaks to how, I mean, look, we still have problems with this today. Yeah. Right?
Well,
but
not only
even more so back in those days.
Not only that, I think it's even worse today sometimes because we'll say, oh my God, they only raped you and you're going to ruin this young man's life over you being raped. Just why would you ruin this man's life? He's got a scholarship that he's going to lose because of you being raped and calling them out on it. Like, oh, it's so gross. I hate it so much.
Right.
The next day, when the people gathered at the house of her husband, Joachim, the two elders came full of their wicked plot to have Susanna put to death. In the presence of the people, they said, send for Susanna, daughter of Hilkiah, the wife of Joachim. So they sent for her, and she came with her parents, her children, and all her relatives. Now Susanna was a woman of great refinement and beautiful in appearance. As she was veiled, the scoundrels ordered her to be unveiled so that they might feast their eyes on her beauty. So that they could look at her one more time before they kill her.
Right.
Those who were with her and all who saw her were weeping. Then the two elders stood up before the people and laid their hands on her head. Through her tears, she looked up toward heaven, for her heart trusted the Lord. The elders said, while we were walking in the garden alone, this woman came in with two maids, shut the garden doors, and dismissed the maids. Then a young man who was hiding there came to her and lay with her. We were in a corner of the garden, and we saw this wickedness. We ran to them. Although we saw them embracing, we could not hold the man because he was stronger than we are, and he opened the door and got away.
Wow.
We did, however, seize this woman and asked who the young man was, but she would not tell us. These things we testify.
Wow.
Right? Like, you disgusting, nasty dudes. Your penises are gross, and I hope they shriveled off.
Right.
Because they were elders of the people and judges, the assembly believed them and, condemned her to death, as you do.
Wow.
Yeah. Then Susanna cried out with a loud voice and said, "O eternal God, you know what is secret and are aware of all things before they come to be. You know that these men have given false evidence against me, and now I am to die, though I have done none of the wicked things that they have charged against me."
Yeah, I am curious. What is God going to do here?
Right.
Like, if you don't stop it, you're bad.
Yeah.
You're wrong.
Yeah.
This is wrong. So.
The Lord heard her cry.
Oh, okay.
Just as she was being led off to execution. So, he let her have a heart attack first.
Yeah, right.
God stirred up the Holy Spirit of a young lad named Daniel.
Oh, good old Daniel.
We love Daniel.
Young lad.
And he shouted with a loud voice, "I want no part in shedding this woman's blood."
Why would a young lad have any part in shedding? It was just because he was in the audience or whatever?
Yeah, they were all going to put her to death.
All right. Okay.
All the people turned to him and asked, "What the fuck are you saying?" Taking a stand among them, he said, "Are you such fools, O Israelites, as to condemn a daughter of Israel without examination and without learning the facts? Return to court, for these fucking dudes have given false evidence against her."
Yeah.
So all the people hurried back, and the rest of the elders said to him, "Come, sit among us and inform us, for God has given you the standing of an elder." Daniel said,
Why would they? Why?
I don't know.
He's not even of the age of what they would consider a prophet at that point, because prophets were like 30 plus, I think, usually.
Something like that.
And so he's a young kid.
But maybe at this point he has been deemed
on the path for that or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Like maybe he already was a wise person and very godly.
I guess.
Like that's part of why he got kidnapped up to Babylon.
It just always bothers me that it feels like back in these times, like a lot of justice, quote unquote, was done by somebody yelling out and,
and then the crowd is
foul.
easily swayed.
Right, yeah.
Like, yeah, set them free. Yeah, burn the witch.
Right.
Yeah, they're innocent. Yeah, kill them.
Right.
What?
Yeah, whatever's the most popular thing to do, right?
In that moment, that's what they yell. Yeah. Daniel said to them, separate them far from each other, and I will examine them. So he's actually going to, ask some questions.
Yeah. Okay.
Because nobody else thought of this. This is the first detective story. Put them in separate questioning rooms.
I appreciate this. Yeah.
Yeah. When they were separated from each other, he summoned one of them and said to him, you old relic of wicked days, your sins have now come home, which you have committed in the past, pronouncing unjust judgments, condemning the innocent and acquitting the guilty, though the Lord said, you shall not put an innocent and righteous person to death. Now then, if you really saw this woman, tell me this. Under what tree did you see them being intimate with each other? Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right. Dude answered, under a mastic tree. And Daniel said, very well, this lie has cost you your head, for the angel of God has received the sentence from God. The angel of God has received the sentence from God and will immediately cut you in two.
Wow.
Then, putting him to one side, he ordered them to bring the other. And he said to him, you offspring of Canaan and not of Judah, beauty has beguiled you and lust has perverted your heart. This is how you've been treating the daughters of Israel, and they were intimate with you through fear. But a daughter of Judah would not tolerate your wickedness. Now then, tell me, under what tree did you catch them being intimate with each other? Dude answered, under an evergreen oak.
Oh, we got conflicting accounts here. Yeah.
Daniel said to him, very well, this lie has cost you also your head, for the angel of God is waiting with his sword to split you in two, so as to destroy you both.
Okay.
Then the whole assembly raised a great shout and blessed God, who saves those who hope in him. And they took action against the two elders, because out of their own mouths Daniel had convicted them of bearing false witness. They did to them as they had wickedly planned to do to their neighbor.
Wow.
Acting in accordance with the law of Moses, they put them to death. Thus, innocent blood was spared that day. Hilkiah and his wife praised God for their daughter Susanna, and so did her husband Joachim and all her relatives, because she was found innocent of a shameful deed. And from that day onwards, Daniel had a great reputation among the people. The end.
Now that's awesome, I guess. But I feel like that was just the bare minimum of due diligence, right?
Right.
And
you asked questions.
Yeah.
Good job.
Right, but I feel like that wasn't done a lot back then.
Right.
Just in general.
They make it seem like it wasn't.
Like women got a real raw deal when it came to shit, because they didn't really get much of a say, and men pretty much got to tell whatever they wanted to tell, and that's the way it was.
Yep.
Based on a lot of what I've heard throughout the Bible, even just like the men get to decide what happened. So
yeah,
I don't know. I appreciate that they did that, but I don't. It's not like it happened a lot. Women got fucked over a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
like the bad part of that story is not just that justice prevailed.
Yeah.
The bad part is that they were like, we're going to rape you, or we're going to turn you in if you don't let us rape you, for being a sexed up freak.
Right.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Those are my options?
Right.
Fuck off. Like, those were literally her options. And if nobody had stood up, because, God ain't a thing, right?
Yeah.
So if not one person had stood up, she was just going to die.
Right.
Because, why? Because she wouldn't fuck two nasty old dudes.
Yeah. That's basically what was going to happen there.
Yeah. And I can't with that story. I'm sorry.
The other thing I got to say here is that this Daniel character that they're talking about, this is prior to all the other things that we heard.
Yeah.
Well, the first thing that we heard in Daniel was him going into the service to become this, important person as a child. Like we're talking about 10 to 12 years old or something.
Yeah.
Right. And so this had to happen before that.
Right.
Which means that this kid was pretty young when this happened, according to the story.
Yeah.
According to the whole, canon of the character.
Yeah.
And so it's interesting that he was even given a a place to stand and do this. Mm-hmm. But even if he was on a path to do these things,
right,
I find it a little questionable,
right,
as to the legitimacy of the story and how it proceeded.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I appreciate that they were able to not kill the woman who got accused of rape,
right,
and that's good. I mean, as stories go in the Bible, this one is not too horrible, but it does point out some problematic things that are recurring in those time frames that we have seen throughout the Bible as well. That did happen quite often.
And that are still prevalent today in small town America.
Yeah, definitely. Well, not just small town, but in America, in the world.
In America, in the world.
Misogynistic, society. So
yeah, because men are gross.
Right, indeed. So anyway, that was Susanna.
That was Susanna.
There's no chapter, whatever. This is Apocrypha we're doing.
That was Apocrypha Susanna.
Yeah, this was blah, blah. That the thing the wife said.
Susanna.
I would like to say this before we get out of here. We are, and this is more for our people who listen to us on our Patreon channel, because I am going to be putting up a thing that at the beginning of our podcast will tell that we're doing this. But we are going to be at the Kentucky Free Thought Convention coming up on September 7th. We have a link on our main page, right at the top of the page. So we'd love for you to join us there. I think tickets start at $45. Seth Andrews will be there. Liz Cavell will be there. There's a lot of other. The Skeptic will be there. There's going to be a lot of people at that convention. We'd love to see you there. Definitely, if you get a chance to tell them why you're coming, tell them that we sent you, because that looks good on us and stuff. So
yeah.
Anyway, I think, is that all we got for today?
That's all we got for today.
All right. So we're going to be back tomorrow with
the Prayer of Azariah.
All right. We'll see you guys then.
Bye.
Hey, wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep. We have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.